Let's talk about 5 employee retention strategies. Leaders, let's face it, you are facing a lot of challenges right now. You need to make sure that the top talent stays in your organization. So, what can you do? We're going to talk about 5 strategies, maybe even a bonus one. We'll get there down the road. First, about me. My name's Ken Okel. I'm a professional speaker, and I talk to organizations about ways you can improve your performance on the job. Let's go to number 1. Number 1, this is kind of obvious. It has to do with paying people more money. At this time, when inflation is high, if you are able to give a bump in pay to people, folks are going to be very happy and very relieved. It shows appreciation. And in these conditions, these economic conditions, the money is needed. However, I do understand that for many, giving people a raise, it just is not possible right now. The books don't support it. Okay. Do think about what would be a scenario where you could do some sort of pay raise. What threshold would need to be crossed in order to make that a reality? That may be something you want to communicate to employees so they know at least that you looked at the pay issue and that it might be possible in the future. Another employee retention strategy involves how you share information about the future of your organization. Is there a shared vision where people have an idea of where the business is right now and where you would like it to go? People are more likely to buy into something if they feel like they're a part of it. If it's just some place where they go for 8-9 hours a day, don't really know what's going on in the big picture, they're less likely to say, I'm sticking around. I'm going to stay here. Make sure you're sharing those goals, the milestones, or even things about the past. Make sure that the job just doesn't seem to be a disposable job, but rather you are part of something that's bigger than you. Here's an employee retention strategy you may not have thought about. It involves you talking to employees about their goals. What are they wanting to achieve in the future? Or perhaps are they getting a little bored with some parts of their job and maybe you're thinking about doing something a little different? They may leave your organization to do that when it may be possible for them to stay with you and achieve those goals. This conversation needs to happen in order for the realization to take place that the current job could become something more. Take the time to talk to someone to see where they're at, what they would like to do more of, what they'd like to do less of. Just take the time. You're making an investment of time here in your employees. It'll make them feel like they are appreciated and they are valued. Along those lines, can you use your position to help the employees in terms of sharing knowledge or even access to your professional network? When you get into a position where you're a leader, you have certain skills that you've developed over time. You've met certain people who are connected. Can you use that information to help other people? In the past, you may just walk by someone in the hall and just say hi, but you never really talk to them. Say, I once had the same problem that you're dealing with. Here's how I dealt with it. These conversations are so important, but you got to have them. If you're just walking by people all day because you're in a hurry, is it any wonder that down the road they look to leave your organization because you haven't done much to set yourself apart from everyone else? Be curious about people, share your experiences with them, what you learned, mistakes you made, and give them a chance to network through your professional network if it seems like there's an appropriate connection. Did you know that recognition can be a very good employee retention strategy? Simply recognizing people for doing hard work, thanking them. I realize in a lot of organizations, there are recognition programs. Usually it just singles out one person or a department. What about everyone else? Is there nothing good you could say about them? I realize that some may say, well, they're just doing their job. Yes, but who doesn't like to hear that they're doing a really good job? That can help a lot with motivation and morale. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but I have found that some recognition programs tend to be stuck at a certain level of an organization. Usually it's a little higher up, and there may be many employees who are doing great work who have never heard a kind word from above. Simply taking the time to thank people can make a big difference. I'm going to give you a bonus tip. This tip is about making little gestures because I think they can help a lot with employee retention. What's a gesture? It's bringing in free coffee for all the employees, maybe some sort of food. And this is when you're in the office. There are other strategies you can do when people are out of the office. Maybe it's giving them the afternoon off before a major holiday. Some sort of gesture. It won't break the bank, but it's a way, and often the unexpected quality is very important because it's a way to say thank you. It's a surprise. Think about those times when someone gave you a metaphorical pat on the back and you weren't expecting it and it made you feel pretty good. Those moments, they help make an employer in a work environment seem much more attractive. Think about things that you can do. And perhaps even if you look back through your career, when were those moments where some sort of little gesture, even if it was just a box of donuts, it came at the right time and everyone suddenly felt a little better? These can often be little rewards. Everyone worked really, really hard. Hey, you bring in the box of donuts or something a little more healthy. These are strategies that I think you should consider. You don't have to do them all at once, but maybe pick one of them. Don't leave employee retention to chance. Be strategic about it, and I think you'll see more familiar faces sticking around. For more about me, my name's Ken Okel. As I mentioned, I'm a professional speaker. You can find out more about me by going to my website, kenokel.com. Hey, that's just like my name. Yeah. While there, you can look at some videos of my speaking presentations, you can listen to my podcast, and you can read my many articles. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully, you've got some good ideas for strategies that can help boost employee retention. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.